And joining us now is Lake County State's Attorney Eric Rinehart, who just held that briefing. State's Attorney Rinehart, thank you for being with us. I know that you have a huge responsibility here, but what can you share with us from what happened in the courtroom and your revelation that this suspect is cooperating, is confessing, and has now faced the first-degree homicide charges with the seven victims?
Yes, good morning, Andrea. Continue to express condolences for everyone who is affected by this. The seven families that are dealing with their loss of life. Loss of life is unimaginable. I live in Highland Park. It is devastating to this community. I've been down at the scene and with the first responders who've done an amazing job. Today, the Lake County judge held this defendant without bond. He is facing a mandatory life in prison sentence in light of the strength of the evidence, in light of how much evidence we have, and in light of the sentence of mandatory life in prison. The judge said that he would not have access to cash as a way to be released from the jail pending the trial.
What additional charges might be added to these 7 counts of first-degree murder?
So we have over 24 people who were hurt, who were injured either by gunfire or in the stampede away from the parade. Each one of those individuals has a right to justice. Each one of those individuals has a right to the support of our office and of really the entire country. Anybody who was hit by gunfire will be named as a victim in an aggravated battery or attempt murder count. But frankly, other people, he attempted to murder dozens of other people, if not more. And so there will be attempt murder charges for other people who were on the parade route. There will be aggravated battery with a firearm charges. There will be many, many more charges against this defendant.
One of the things that you revealed in your briefing just now is that when he was on his escape and was in the Madison, Wisconsin area, he saw a celebration there. It was July 4th there as well, of course, and contemplated with the 60 rounds that he still had and the second weapon in his car, a similar shooting, but apparently hadn't done enough planning, so changed his mind?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Andrea. That's what we're hearing. That's what investigators have developed is that he went up to Madison. Obviously, we have evidence that places him there. We have his own statements that place him there, and then obviously he had a weapon at that time. So it's an incredibly serious situation. It's why I've called for a ban on assault weapons in Illinois and in the country because it is just too easy to get these weapons that can do so much harm.
I just wanted to play for you Cassie Goldstein speaking about her mother. She's a 22-year-old. She was with her mother at the parade, and she's clearly still in shock. I'm not a doctor, obviously, but this woman was speaking. This poor young woman, having lost her mother, was speaking to Lester Holt last night. Let me play this for you.
He shot her in the chest, and she fell down, and I knew she was dead. So I just told her that I loved her, but I couldn't stop.
What's the memory that you want to share with us about your mom?
She was just a good mom, and I got 22 years with her. And I got to have 22 years with the best mom in the world.
And these victim stories, because I want to focus on them and not on this suspect. These people who've been lost. I mean, you're living in that community. I was talking to the mayor the last hour, and she was talking about Aiden McCarthy, the 2-year-old whose parents died trying to save his life, which they did successfully. This is a lifelong, pain and suffering for all these people.
It will never be the same. Highland Park, Lake County will never be the same. I saw the social media posts as we were working on investigating the case. You can see the social media posts crying out, "Who knows this child?" And at that point, you're just hoping that he, that the child has been separated from parents who are also, I'm sure, desperately looking for him, or that the parents are injured and were taken away. But our worst fears were confirmed in that particular instance, that both parents had been killed. The mayor and the vice president was here. And the mayor the congressman, the state reps, everybody has been on scene to support the survivors. The FBI has done an amazing job with its victim assistance team. Our office has sent counselors there as well to begin to prepare people for the court process. And so we have all professionals. It's all hands on deck to support the survivors of this devastating and calculated attack. And our office will continue to support those people and continue to support the people, some of whom will go through the court process and some of whom will just have the psychological trauma of this forever.
Well, I realize that he purchased these guns legally, but what moral responsibility does his father have for signing off on the initial purchase when he was 19 years old?
We're still investigating a lot of aspects of this case. I really don't want to comment too much on the father at this time. I think that it's common sense. It's common sense that people who have shown that they are dangerous cannot have access to these weapons. One way to do that is to invest more in how we help people who are younger. Another way to do that is to get more information to the Illinois State Police or to other licensing agencies. And yet another way is to ban assault weapons. And so there's different ways to get to the problem that should be making us safer. That should be the focus. The people who lost their lives and the people who will be suffering from the psychological and physical trauma have lost their freedom. And their freedom matters too. And because of access to these deadly assault weapons, people are losing their freedom all over the country. And we have to come together as a state and as a nation and say, we are not going to allow that. We should have the assault weapon ban that was present in 1994 with bipartisan support and law enforcement support. We had a bipartisan coalition to have that assault weapon ban in 1994, and we should have it again.